welcome. You are very, very welcome. Today, I've got something to talk with you, and I hope you'll understand what I have to say today. And it is about fake relationships. They look nice from the outward appearance, but inwardly, something is terribly wrong. Being in a crappy relationship is a terrible thing to go through. But I want to tell you that the situation you are in is not permanent. You can reverse it. A crappy relationship has no joy, but full of things that make you feel unvalued, disrespected, plenty of criticism, constant criticism, lack of trust, and you are feeling controlled. But not only so, sometimes you feel powerless to change the situation. According to this email, you realize that there are many people going through a crappy relationship when partners are making disrespectful comments, show disdain to you, or engage in public shame, perpetual arguing, or total stonewalling. When someone is giving you a silent treatment, that is a sure sign that you're in a crappy relationship. Now, listen to this email and you will understand what I have to say to you today. Doctor, I thank you for your teaching and your YouTube channel. Since I started watching your videos, my hope of saving my marriage is growing day after day. So far, is I've been watching your channel for 3 days now. I'm not sure how I should be feeling about my marriage. I swing between feeling confused, enraged, ambivalent, sad, frustrated, embarrassed, and depressed. We've been married for 14 years now, and I am worn out. I don't know whether I love my husband anymore or whether he loves me. He claims he does, but he talks to me with contempt, and I feel confused. I care about him, and I want things to change so that we can all be happy with one another. One minute I feel with absolute certainty that my desire to divorce him is right. But when I catch the sight of him, I get some hope that the old love can be rekindled. I have lived with this hope for many years, and the hope was about to die, but your teaching has given me a new hope. Doctor, my husband is not a bad person. Mostly, my trouble with him is his inability to understand me and know me. I've lost my confidence, and now I can't bear the hypocrisy of pretending anymore. Following recent argument, he revealed that he sees me as someone who is very judgmental of others and that I can never be happy if I don't stop that. I feel humiliated by him. I don't feel his support emotionally. And most of the time, I'm uncomfortable in his presence. We've been counseled by our pastors, therapists, but not much have changed. Hope or law, hope or doctor to be the last one. Well, things like this happen in most of relationship, and one feels they've got a right reason to give up and divorce. When you feel unloved, controlled, despite of all of your effort, still things are remaining the same. But I want to tell you that it is possible to make the right decisions, right choices in your relationship so that things might improve. Blaming one another will never help you. Carrying grudges and unforgiveness in your heart will not help you. It is true that you love the other person and you deeply believe that he loves you. But the things that you see, the things that you experience on a daily basis disappoints you. You think that if he stops doing certain things, saying certain things, you'll be happy. If you are willing to pay the price I'm going to give you today, trust me, things can take a better turn. How is this possible? Number one, which I want to share with you today, is how you talk to yourself. The self-talk going in within you is blocking your partner from seeing the need to change. I'll repeat this. The negative things that you are ruminating, you are thinking about your partner, are blocking your partner from seeing a need to change. In 1991, science has discovered that a human being has got two different types of brain. One is the brain that is in your head, in your skull, and another one is a brain that is in your heart. And though it's much smaller, the brain in your heart is more powerful than the brain in your head. That's why sometimes people say love defy logic. Now, what's the meaning of love? What's love? Let me ask you, what is the meaning of love? What's the meaning? How do you define love? How do you define love? Love is, well, when someone tells you, when someone says to you, I love you, he's promising you something. And that's why people get disappointed when they enter a love relationship. When someone says, I love you, he's giving you a promise that I am the one who is going to be the main contributor, the main investor of your happiness, of your joy, of your security, of your feeling of value. So when you say to somebody, I love you, you are promising him or her that you are going to be the major investor in her happiness, in his happiness, in her peace of mind. But the thing is, the investment you are putting in that relationship is not what your partner expected. And that's why the relationship is troublesome, is crappy. It feels to be a mistake you made. Listen, please. Number one, what you need to always remember, you have got contribution in this relationship. And for one reason or another, your contribution has not been valued. And that's why you feel so bad about your partner. Your contribution, your investment has not been valued. And because it hasn't been valued. You feel disrespected. You feel that you are not being trusted. You feel that you are not good enough. You don't feel loved in this relationship. But I just want to tell you this. The only way you can make your investment appear valuable, good enough, is when you put your true self in that relationship. Pretending will not help you at all. Being nice will not help you at all. You need to show the real you. Someone said, I just remember this, someone said this: if you pretend to be nice when you really, what you are supposed to do is to tell the person, well, I don't like what you're doing. I don't like what you said last night. But you are acting as if what you said, everything is normal. That is hypocrisy. And this lady said this: whenever you are pretending, God cannot bless who you are not. God cannot bless who you are not. You need to be real. You need to be authentic. And this has led a lot of people to depression and anxiety, which is unnecessary. Because they want to project a certain image to the public. They want to project a certain image to people. They are not authentic. And when you are not authentic, you are causing trouble to yourself and you're blaming other people. You are not taking responsibility of yourself. Please listen to me. No one has the power to hurt you. No one has the power to hurt you. No one has the power to hurt you. You have given that power to them to hurt you. Because you're not being authentic. Listen carefully here. According to science, the whole world is filled with electromagnetic field. And your heart is also producing electromagnetic field going into the universal electromagnetic field. Now, your heart has got about 40,000 neurons, which is what I said, the brain that is in your heart. And that brain in your heart is producing electromagnetic field which goes outside of you between 5 feet to 8 feet. So the more you are acting, pretending, faking, the more you fail to be the authentic you, the more you are going to attract the negative things from the universal electromagnetic field. But not only so, the more you are going to cause your partner to do the things which are annoying to you, the things which are upsetting you. Because of this electromagnetic field you're producing is negative. According to science, listen carefully, according to science, gratitude is very powerful in transforming people. Gratitude, a sense of gratitude, is very powerful. You can search it for yourself in the internet. Gratitude is very powerful. Yes, it's a biblical. The Bible says in the book of Psalm, he who is giving a sacrifice of thanksgiving, God promises to show them his power, his salvation. I think it's in the book of Psalm 50 or 51, the two last verses. So science says, is this something which is measurable, scientifically measurable? That a sense of gratitude is very, very powerful. And people hear this and they think, well, it's just simple thing. But if you want to change your partner, you need to change yourself first. There's self-talk going on within you. You feel powerless. You feel trapped in that relationship because you don't know what to do to make your partner change. You feel trapped. You feel as if there's nothing which can be done to change your partner. I'm telling you the truth. He can change, she can change. It is not a permanent condition. You need to create the right environment for your partner to change. You need to create the right environment for your partner to change. Just listen. Listen to this. Just imagine someone who is inside a church, no matter how strong the urge to go to urinate, he will not go. He will not urinate inside the church or in a mosque for a Muslim, for that matter. No matter how strong the urge to urinate is, they will never be able to urinate inside the church. But once you take the same person and put him in a place where, maybe in a toilet, he will comfortably, easily urinate. What has changed is the environment. What has changed is the environment, not the urge to urinate. So, what you need is to make a shift in perspective. There should be a shift in perspective that the person you are considering too bad for you is just like a human being like you. The person you consider that he's horrible is a human being like you. You don't know his past. Maybe he grew up in a family with parents who didn't know the best thing to do, how to handle. His parents or her parents, what they tried to do, they consider whatever they were doing to him was the best according to their past experience. His parents tried the best, but they have ruined him. He's been conditioned to talk loudly. For example, some people hate people who are talking very loudly. See, that's how he talks, because to him, when he was growing up, it was normal. So yelling at you, it's normal according to the environment he grew in. But you want him to change, that he should not be loud. About cleanness, he can see the dirty dishes, but he can't get up and wash them. Maybe the rubbish are piling up, but he does have the energy to go and throw out the rubbish. And this has been your major complaint. But you don't have the history of where he grew up. So you blame him, and according to him, that's how to live. That's normal. So you need to be to be compassionate and treat this person with compassion, that he can change, but it takes time. It takes time for someone to change. Nobody can change overnight. Nobody can change overnight. But you need to have the right tools to help him change. How do you talk to him? How do you talk to her? It's so easy to argue about certain things in your relationship. But why should we keep on arguing with one another? Why can't we have a respectful conversation? Can't we have a respectful conversation instead of arguing? Can't we have? This is something you need to deal with. How you talk to one another is very important. How you talk to one another is very important. Because conversation is a very powerful tool to use to help your partner change. But how you talk to him about whatever is going on in your relationship is very important. The tone of your voice, the speed of your words, the look on your face when you're talking to him is very important. But you just keep on blaming him, but you don't know what it will take to help your partner see the need for him to change. He needs to see some kindness from you, some gentleness from you. Yes, he might have done something which has upset you. Yes, it's true. He has upset you. It is true. But how do you talk to him about that? It's very important because the Bible says in the book of Colossians chapter 4 verse 6, let your conversation be winsome. Let your conversation be winsome. So how you talk to your partner is very important to help him see the need to change. And the Bible says, the mouth, the tongue has the power of life and death. And those who love it will enjoy its fruits. So if the mouth has got the power of life and death, be alert to how you are talking to your partner. Number 2, you need to find time to talk to one another. If you don't give priority to having a quality time between the two of you, there's no way you can be able to unearth the root causes of those annoying behaviors. There's no way. So there is a need of a quality time. When people are going out for a meal and you are always scrolling, you are busy scrolling, you don't have anything to talk about, it's a sure indication that your relationship is wrong. So you might be more concerned about your husband cheating or your wife cheating or your partner being in a rage. You might be concerned about that, but you have never been concerned about the quality of your conversation, how you talk to one another. You have never given this a priority. And you just focus on those major things while you don't have quality time together. So the area you need to focus on, do we have time to talk to one another? If you don't have time to talk to one another, no matter what is there, you can never be able to resolve any issue if there's no a good environment of you talking about those issues. So you need to create a good environment where someone feels safe. So when your partner says no, and you get angry, it doesn't mean that he should have said yes. When you say no and your partner gets angry, it does not mean that you should have said yes. That's what I'm driving at. I want to say, just be authentic, be the real you. So don't be afraid of saying no. You need to place boundary. And everyone should be able to learn how to respect the boundaries of her partner or his partner. So you need to know what are the boundaries your partner has and how to respect them. And boundaries should not change by any means. Not because you are angry, I should move my boundary. No, the boundary. That's what I mean by being real. Being real means this is my boundary and it can never be moved. That's what it means to be authentic. You need to guard those, but protect those boundaries. So if you don't have time to talk, you'll never know what are the boundaries your partner holds dear. So conversation is very important between the two of you because that's when you learn about those boundaries. What is of value to your partner? What is important to your partner? So if you don't have time to talk about issues in your relationship, how will you be able to resolve them? So always make sure that there's a time to talk about your relationship and issue arising from the relationship. Don't be afraid. Do not let fear be a deciding factor. Don't let. Do what is right, not what is easy. Do what is right, not what is easy. Now, because of belief which was created during our upbringing, belief that saying no is bad, setting boundaries is bad, people are being ruled by fear. It should not be so. What I want to say is that, you need to change your beliefs about your partner, about the things you hold dear. Because once there is a shift in your belief, there is a change of behavior as well. There's something which is called confirmation bias. When you always look at the negative things your partner has, you'll fail to see the good things he has. What science says, you need to practice what they call positive sentiment override. This person is not all bad. This person is not all bad. You just don't have to throw him away like a rotten banana or a rotten potato or a rotten fruit. You need, everyone has got some good side. Everyone has got some good side. So now, people have been making research for more than 40 years. Mr. John Gottman and his wife Juliet, they can predict a marriage that will end in divorce by 94%. And most of the marriages which ends in divorce, they have not exercised what they call positive sentiment override. Look at the positive your partner has and try to support him in making those positive things flourish, blossom. Then automatically this person will feel from his inner being the need to change those things which are upsetting you. But not only so, you need to pay attention to those good things your partner has. You need to pay attention, which John Gottman called them bead of attention. You're not talking to a partner and then you interrupt that person. Let your partner finish the sentence she's saying, and try to be slow in your reaction, in your response. Don't answer very quickly. As I said earlier, no one has the power to hurt you. The more you cultivate a stronger inner state, you look at what your partner is saying or doing in a different way, with a different perspective. So your partner might say something which, from natural point of view, it's really hurting. But once you know how to reframe it, you can see someone who has been wounded when he was a child. People have been wounded in their childhood. They've got some wounds within them. And they don't know how to heal the wounds that are inside them. And you are there to help them heal. But you cannot heal those wounds if you're not being authentic, if you're not expressing the real you. But do so in a very kind and gentle manner. People have got wounds you know nothing about. So as I said earlier, I just want to repeat this because I know it might have rubbed some people in the wrong way. I said, no one has got the power to hurt you. Just imagine someone with a fresh wound. If you put salt on the fresh wound, it will be hurtful, it will be painful. And that's why you feel the pain of what your partner is saying, because you've got wound within you. From childhood, with wounds which have got nothing to do with you, with him. Wounds that have got nothing to do with your partner. You've got some wounds from childhood. And that's why you feel that what your partner is saying or what your partner has done is hurtful to you. So you need some healing yourself. You need some healing yourself. So whatever your partner does, which feels a cause of pain in you, which has upset you, ask yourself this question. Why is this hurting me? Why, whenever he does this, whenever he says this, it's painful to me? Why is it? It means there's a wound within you. You need to deal with that wound within you first. Because it's so easy to blame other people for their behavior. It's so easy. But you need to be strong within you. That's why in the Bible, God knew how terrible the Israelites were. And he told Moses this. No, sorry, he told Joshua, be strong and of great courage. Be strong. Because Moses had experienced the pain of leading the Israelites, how grumbling they were, how blameful they were. And he told, when he was about to die, Moses told Joshua, be strong and of good courage, because you lead these people to inherit the land. So be strong. So the thing is, it's not what is coming from outside. People are so focused about the external world, and they ignore their internal world. And that's why people get so miserable, because they always focus on the external environment instead of focusing on their inner environment. Your inner states is very important for you to create outside changes. So you need to know how to be calm when difficult things happen. You need to be calm in the midst of a storm, of whatever comes against you. You need to know how to handle whatever comes against you. You need the tools to handle anything which comes against you. The Bible says in the book of Psalm chapter 119, verse 165, great peace have they who love your law, and nothing can make them stumble. And what's the law? The law is the truth. The truth, the true authentic you. This is someone who should come out. If you're not being true, you will always have got something to be offended about. You always have a reason to be, you always have an excuse for being angry, for bearing grudges, for being unhappy about this and that. You always find an excuse, because deep down you are a wounded person. Because you're a wounded person, you need healing. So you need to exercise calmness. Have time to meditate about yourself. The self-talk going on within you need to be the self-talk that enriches your life to a greater extent. What kind of self-talk? What are the words? Are you feeling you're not good enough? Are you feeling powerless most of the time? If you're feeling powerless, you need to find ways to be strong. A lot of people have got a victim mentality. A sense of victimhood is a terrible thing to carry in your heart. It's a terrible thing to carry in your heart. You can never be happy, no matter how much money you make, no matter how beautiful woman you marry, no matter how handsome man you marry. If you think that you are a victim, you blame the external, and you have failed to deal with your own self, you will live a miserable life. So the first place to start is yourself. How are you managing your inner state? Because according to science, there is an electromagnetic field covering the whole earth. There's no vacuum. There's no vacuum. And because there is this electromagnetic field surrounding every one of us, we need to produce an electromagnetic field from within us, which will engage with the universal electromagnetic field to bring the good things to us, toward us. People can change. People are not permanent. People can change. I wonder if you've heard about brain plasticity. Brain plasticity. Brain can change, but it needs a right environment. Anyone's brain can change, what they call epigenesis. This is science. This is total science. Any brain, any attitude can be changed as long as you know the right tools, you know the right environment to create. Anything can change. You don't blame your genes. Don't blame traumas. Science has it. You can change and be the best of the best. You can change. And anyone can change as long as you know what needs to be done. It takes time, but it's possible. So watch the self-talk going on within you about your relationship you are in. Watch very carefully. In order to help your partner change, you need to change yourself, how you respond to him, how you interact with that person, to an extent that he will see the need to make positive changes. That will make you happier. That will make your relationship a beautiful one. It is possible. But the things you need to change yourself first. To attract the good things, you need to be good. To attract good things, you need to be good. But if you're not good, you will attract more of the same from the universe. And God has this to say. The reason you have failed, it's because you trust in your own strength. Listen carefully here. The reason you are stuck where you are in your relationship is because you trust in your own strength. In the book of Hosea, chapter 10, verse 13, God says, you are stuck because you trust in your own strength and your many chariots. That's why you are stuck. Now, the thing is, listen carefully. Listen carefully. The thing is, if you are not ready, to express your true, authentic self because of fear, because of anxiety, you'll never solve any problem. You will never solve any problem in your relationship. You'll never. You need to bring out the true you. Don't pretend. As I said earlier, God cannot bless who you are not. Stop acting. Stop pretending that everything is okay when it's not. Find ways to resolve issues in your relationship. Now, in my research, in my file, when people were asked, what do you consider a crappy marriage? I have got some reply here from people when they are asked in a questionnaire, this question, what do you consider a crappy marriage? Listen to this. Number one, we have no zero intimacy, no love, no sharing of household works, never went to bed at the same time, never wanted to do anything together. Communication mostly is by yelling. What my husband say is a law, extremely demanding, where one can cheat and convince himself they are in a good marriage. Number two, what do you consider a crappy marriage? Number two, say this. Doctor, the good ones are hard to find. I want a man who drops everything if I need help and offer, or just does the things when he sees it needs being done. After I divorced my husband, I took a year to work on myself. You see this lady, what she says? She says, after I divorced my husband, I took a year to work on myself before I tried anyone. I need someone who would put in the effort with everything. I wanted someone who wanted a clean home, who would help me cook and clean up afterward. Someone who made me feel like a priority to him and actually initiated doing activities with me. I got lucky and I'm happy now. I looked for someone who was already doing those things instead of someone who just said they wanted to do those things. We really like each other and we enrich each other. You see, This woman knew that in order to attract the right man, she needed to be her true self. He needed to be a true self. This is being outlined in the book of Psalm chapter 15, the first 3 verses. It says, someone who is true in his inner being. You see, she says, I had to work on myself first before I should expect things from another person. The Bible says, it's more blessed to give than to receive. So be a good giver. Be a good giver of good things to your partner, which in psychology, in cognitive cognitive therapy, they are calling it, they name it unconditional positive regard. It's very powerful. In CBT, cognitive behavior therapy. It's called CBT. They are using this technique. So it's very important to know who you are and what you want. So well, if you work on yourself, it's very easy to attract the same from the electromagnetic field, according to science. Number 3, my parents are in a shitty marriage. My dad complained all the time. They've been together for 31 years, but continue to grow more toxic. I went to lunch with them a few months ago, and they got into a heated argument in the car to the point where my mom was crying hysterically and basically tell my dad to fuck off and die already. A few hours later, they were talking as if nothing had happened. No one even apologized. As usual. This is a son in a toxic marriage. Okay, let me go to number 4. Doctor, a shitty marriage isn't a violent one. It is so bad that people are constantly annoyed, but not bad enough to finally make them leave or divorce. Cheating might occur, but they stay together, sometimes forever, looking down on people who get divorced or stay unmarried. A shitty marriage where everything you do or say is not good enough. But if someone else say or do the same exact thing, it is suddenly great. In a shitty marriage, you are constantly on high alert or feel like you are walking on edge shells. Is this your marriage? Is this your relationship? You need to do something about it. Number 5, doctor, from what I have seen, it either ends in a divorce or the couple stay married, miserable, and resent each other's. In my opinion, it doesn't have to be multiple horrible things. It can be just one. You can be best friend but have dead bedroom, or great sex but spend no time together. Maybe they are great parents but horrible. So maybe they are great partners but horrible parents to your kids. Anything that makes you unhappy. People feel deeply lonely despite being married. No common topics to talk about, but tons of topics to fight over. At a restaurant, both parties are silently scrolling through their phones, not speaking to each other. Being in your phone around your partner is sad and unacceptable to me. Number 6, doctor, I am fortunate to have a good marriage. It is not something that just happened. We work on our marriage and make it a priority, which is how we have managed to stay married for 22 years. A lot of things can be worked through if a couple at least still like each other. You see, someone say this, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. You know the difference here. Someone can say, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. What it means? It means that, yes, I love you, but I don't like spending time with you. I love you, but I don't want to have regular sex with you. I love you, but I don't want to have talk with you. I want to have long conversation with you. That's a terrible thing to be in. Number 8. That's all right, number 7. Doctor, in a crappy marriage, no one make effort to communicate in a healthy way or pay attention. You notice trash piling up and you do nothing about it. People should know what makes their partners happy. It is a crappy relationship when you don't have time together. The last one. Doctor, it is a crappy relationship where they never apologize, downplay any of your accomplishments, and never be happy for me, or there is no reciprocation. A crappy relationship is one where they normalize hating their spouse, making unreasonable demands. Many people are willingly able to tolerate cheating or poor intimacy. People feel like they are forced roommates rather than partners. Is this describing your relationship? Now, ignorance is a serious issue. Ignorance is a serious issue. If you don't know what makes your partner tick, you'll be in a serious trouble. All in all, don't expect things to be easy. People know that without intentionality, you can never really be in a long relationship. Because love is not a feeling, it's an action. You need to have an intention of doing the things that you know for sure that your partner will appreciate. You need a sense of intentionality to work on your flaws, your own flaws. You're not perfect. You need how to work on your own flaws. So you need to look at yourself clearly. What are the things I'm not doing right that are contributing to the bad smell I see in my relationship, to the bad quality I'm in, relationship I'm in? You need to look at yourself very closely so that you can always be able to be the authentic you. The area that you are ignoring, the area of sex, when your partner is not enjoying the sexual experience, the two of you, this is the only area of exclusivity, sex. You need to give it a priority. You need to make sure that your partner is enjoying the sex experience to the full. Science has it that when sex is not good in relationship, resentment and bitterness will flourish. Anger and the level of cheerfulness will be very low. Because when you are having sex regularly, sex that is of good quality, the hormone oxytocin makes you feel better having this partner in your life. It makes you prefer the partner you are used to. So don't ignore the area of sex in your relationship. It's very important for someone to really enjoy. It oils your relationship and remove friction between the two of you. And science has it, says that if sex in a 1 week, the days you are having sex are fewer compared to the days you don't have sex. Your marriage is going down the drain. You cannot sustain a relationship without sex. You cannot sustain a relationship without sex. Sex must be given a priority. That's the only thing which is exclusive. So a man needs to know the erogenous zones of a woman. A woman has 17 erogenous zones. A woman needs to know that a man has 14 erogenous zones. And every spot in his body has got some skills to apply. You need to be skillful when it comes to sex. Sex can become boring and be a source of a lot of friction between the two of you. I invite you to order. I've got more than 30 videos. You can have the details in the description box below. And if you're watching this video for the first time, please subscribe, ring the notification bell so that you'll be notified when a new topic comes up. And the new topic which is coming up in the next video is your things you regret ignoring before you got married. Things you regret ignoring before you got married. That'll be the next topic that I'll be covering. Please subscribe and share with your friends, and may God bless you. Bye-bye.